We got cops killing people over loose cigarettes. I mean, I can't think of a more minor offense.
It's ridiculous. Look, the New York City created the untaxed cigarettes phenomenon by creating the highest consumption taxes on cigarettes in the country. I think it costs about $14 a pack right now to buy cigarettes in New York. So it creates an instant arbitrage for anybody who has a car. And Garner, something entrepreneurial kicked into overdrive when he heard about this. He got out of jail and he heard about this. I guess he missed the tax hike, and he started sending people down to Virginia, and they would bring back cartons of smokes that they bought for essentially $5 a pack. And then up here in New York, he would sell them for $9 a pack. And then if they were loosies, he was essentially making $10 a pack. Great business, right? And it was instantly brought into being by the fact that New York City just happens to have high cigarette taxes. And the interesting thing was, Garner, his whole life, had been on the wrong side of racist sentencing policies, right? Like where, if a white guy gets caught with powder cocaine in his pocket, it's one thing. If a black guy gets caught with crack cocaine, the sentences are much, much harsher. And he paid for that. He went to prison for crack. In this case, everything was backwards. Selling untaxed cigarettes is barely a misdemeanor in New York State. And Garner even had a term for it. He called it felony money misdemeanor time. And he thought he had hit the jackpot, but then he started to get harassed over and over by the police, and it became a much more serious problem than he anticipated. And in Garner's case, this was particularly poignant because he was killed in an incident on a day when he wasn't even selling cigarettes. Now, we know that that's what he did for a living, but I talked to basically everybody who was there that day, and I know minute for minute what he was doing that day. He wasn't selling cigarettes that day. So the state has awesome power to intrude in the lives of people, but that doesn't seem to bother libertarians when it involves this segment of the population.